Welcome back, ladies and gents, to FACEIT TV. I'm NBK, this is James, and this is the FACEIT League 2015. It's going to be match 2 of day 2 for week 1 of league play here for the European portion. We do have Titan versus EnVyUs, and it's going to be on cash. And I think Envy will take this.
Of course you do. You're an Envy fanboy, aren't you?
I'm not.
You're
though.
a fanboy.
I'm very impartial
You're a
when
fanboy.
it comes to commentate.
How many Envy players are in your dream team? You know you're 5th from bottom, right? In the FACEIT League on HLTV. If you look up the dream teams and search for FACEIT, you can join our league and you can compete against us.
I'm winning.
I'm around the middle of the table.
I'm the winner of the losers.
But in fairness to me, my main team is Immunity.
I'm the best loser.
On Sunday.
I'm the best loser.
Well, at least
I'm losing the most. That means I'm the best at losing.
In the land of the blind men, the one-eyed man is king, I suppose, is the phrase there. You are the one-eyed man.
Thanks, I guess.
So, you have NB, and you have NVK for this.
NVK.
Yeah, see what I did there? NVK.
Nice, nice.
I'm not saying it's NVK though, but I just had to come up with a pun. I'm going to go Titan. Only because you went with NVK.
Well, the thing for me, we saw Titan play yesterday, at least on Dust 2.
And it was less than
favourable. It looked really bad. Honestly, I mean, of course, we've seen this in the public space as well. Maniac is not feeling good in his play at the moment, and his results aren't feeling good. Aren't looking good either. Obviously, Existence himself wasn't performing amazingly when it came to actually having game impact from a fragging perspective. It was pretty much Apex who was the most consistent yesterday. Even Kenny S was actually not having the best game.
Look, I've got to interrupt you. It seems that Envy are trolling Titan. They're all saying, "Have fun, Kenny S." Specifically.
Oh dear.
Look, you can see Smith said it, you can see NBK said it. So I think they're trying to suggest that it's Kenny S versus EnVyUs. So these guys are all like, I don't want to talk through the pistol round actually, we'll get to it in a second, but so far it looks like RpK and Maniac are the ones getting the frags here for Team Kenny S. So, and there's Apex as well, so I don't think Kenny S has even got a frag yet. No, so is it Team Kenny S or not?
I don't know, but Titan are picking up good kills at the moment. All on SmithZz now. He's pretty low as well. And unfortunately for Envy, they haven't got the bomb down. So unless SmithZz can clutch this, that was an excellent snap right there. I think unless he can actually clutch this, they're going to be in a bit of trouble money-wise. But SmithZz has 40 seconds to play with. He just has to find Apex's head. Going to switch up for the Glock, in fact. And this is going to be really nice there for Apex. Surely he's going to finish him off, but he's getting quite low himself. SmithZz down to 6 as Apex finally gets the shot onto him. And Titan will take that one. But we do see actually quite a lot of cash on SmithZz and shox because they were able to pick up some frags.
I want to talk about the psychological game from EnVyUs very quickly.
Okay. Firstly,
they're French, right? So there might be a bit of arrogance there. And now they're on an American team, so their arrogance levels have gone through the roof, Dan. Because look, have fun Titaness, have fun Kenny S, have fun Kenny S, that. Especially with, like, you can see Maniac was upset. I can only presume he got a lot of abuse on social media after having a really bad game yesterday. And I think they're just rubbing salt in the wound. Salt, vinegar, the kitchen sink down.
In the wound as well. That is extreme. Well, EnVyUs able to get almost nothing this round so far. Just happy left over as they go for their pistol armor buy. And usually Envy somewhat reliably get a lot more with their pistols than something like this, which is only one frag. Usually we're seeing them frequently being able to win those. Not that you'd ever put the odds or stack the odds in their favor for that, but they're better than most teams. Do you
think Envy have like a sports psychologist telling them to do this kind of stuff?
No. Or
is it like friendly banter? Or is it something more sinister than that?
I think if you spot weakness, you want to try to exploit it.
Apex appears to be having some kind of issue here.
Alright, well, I'm just going to go down to NBK there. They got the pistols again, but no armor this time. They need to save, of course, for the next round. This is their second. That's the second round after the pistol there. Meaning they need to keep themselves available for the buy on round number 4. And Apex indeed is not having a good time, it would seem. Titan also struggling. be able to pick up more kills here. kioShiMa holding down Car for just a moment longer to get an extra one. Now it's a 3 on, I guess, 0 essentially because he's AFK. FX is pretty AFK. Not sure whether it's the fact that he's timed out or what is exactly going on here, but he is.
He's moving left and right a bit. It's almost like he's trying to control a snake. He's a snake charmer. And look, he's just vanished. He's turned into the snake now. This is my analogy.
Can snake charmers do? Have you seen a snake charmer turn
snake?
into
Well,
snake?
apparently snake charming is just absolute nonsense.
Oh yeah, I heard that. It's just to do with the pitch of the noise, right?
Yes.
And that just provokes a certain response in the snake. I don't
it's a certain kind of, you what, mate? From the snake.
Is that your snake impression?
Yeah.
That's being charmed.
You what, mate?
I don't know. I can't top that. I can't
what do you think about EnVyUs Smack Talk?
So the thing is about their Smack Talk is that I think that like stuff like this is really, really good in sports. You'll see this like all the time. Like you'll see this like, commonly in pretty much every sport more or less. You'll see one contender will probably Smack Talk another one to get a psychological edge. This is like, and even for example in Quake, where there are some players that are really, really good at getting in the heads of their opponents, and especially if you actually spot weaknesses in your opponents when it comes to, let's say for example, Maniac's a little bit off balance at the moment. Why not poke a little fun, like harmless fun at him? Just to make him feel, feel a bit more, just a bit more terrible, to make him play a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they want to put him on tilt, basically.
Yeah, I mean,
EnVy are a team of poker players.
It's essentially how sports works. I mean, it's a psychological game as much as it is a game of other parts of your mental faculties as well as your physical execution. Like it's all encompassing in that sense. And in all sports, that's what makes it interesting as well. I know Thorin, for example, he's always encouraging stuff like behavior like this. He's always encouraging a little bit of smack talk, a little bit of drama, a little bit of attitude from players.
The thing about smack talk,
for reasons like this, it's important. It's actually important. And some players are incredibly good at it, especially one-on-one games. That's when it's like the most obvious. I mean, I can talk about Quake with this very effectively, and so would Thorin be able to. But I'm sure a lot of the audience wouldn't be able to key in on those references, so it's probably pretty pointless. But long story short, there have been some players in history that I've seen in esports that are incredibly good at basically abusing others mentally and getting psychological edges. Because I'm sure, like, if you guys have ever played, played a match, there's going to be a team you'll run into, a player, across any esports game, where you'll have this like a mental block. I've had this with a couple players before. Like there'll be like a mental block that you have with them, and you cannot beat them. And this happens sometimes. Like for example, when NIP were basically, during when they were just crushing everyone, we had Very Games. And how many times did Very Games play them before they were actually able to beat them? Like 14 times, wasn't it?
I remember, yes.
Like this is like a similar like mental block where you have the skills to do it, but you can't do it. So what
check out the charity following the previous video. We've gone up another £500. So again, I think the next stretch goal is £5,000. Sorry, I think we had one at 2,500. I think it was a Razer Leviathan, actually, which is the lovely speaker bar complete with large subwoofer, which I do not have one here to show you, but we are going to be giving a Razer Leviathan to someone. So one of you is going to have audially awesome audio. Really awesome. For all you audiophiles, that's what they're called. Audiophiles, people very keen
I'm an audiophile
on sound. Just to show you what you could win for donating, let's have a quick look at the cache of weaponry that has been sent in by CSGO Lounge, who were partnering with us for this donation drive, basically. So all of these weapons on this top row, these AKs, these Asimovs here, these AKs and Asimovs there, and these Asimovs here, these will all be given away one each to donators. So that's 21 skins in total, on top of a multitude of Razer gear. And if we hit £5,000, then also a lovely Alienware PC. So I do believe Titan are getting a stand-in. And I don't know who that is yet, but gotta hope for Scream, right?
I knew you were going to say
gotta hope for Scream.
Yesterday, he stood in one round and like did a 3-kill, got a defuse.
Yeah, people went nuts.
Yeah.
They love Scream.
There's a 1 versus 5 of his that I saw on the top front page of Reddit today. Have you seen it?
I haven't, no.
It's quite godlike. Actually, it's really, really nice. There's lots of like highlights that you see now because I guess the scene's so huge, so you see highlights all the time. But this one was actually particularly particularly nice. So I recommend watching that. It's on the front page of Reddit. Okay.
And one more thing, of course, while we are just waiting for this 5th player to come in for Titan, make sure you follow the channel, guys. Once we hit 400,000 followers, we will be giving away a knife, which I can actually show you now on the screen. We will be giving away a lovely blue flip knife Doppler to one of the viewers. You won't need to subscribe. This will be open to everyone. And also, for our subscribers, we will be trying a contract for a Dragon Lore. And maybe 2, up to you. We'll let you decide. And those will be given away to the subscribers no matter what comes out. So all you've got to do is hit that follow channel. And then once we hit that big 400, away we go. Let the games begin.
Excellent.
As they say.
So do you think I should get more casual as well? Because I only have shirts like this. That's all I have.
I don't know.
I don't
know what you
right now.
could come in for. I know casual for you is a diving suit.
A diving suit?
I don't know what to
I'm
expect.
not a diver. Do I look like a diver to you? What does a diver look like? I've never talked about
a guy in a diving suit, I suppose.
But I've never even mentioned diving to you.
No, but
that's a reach. Where are you reaching? Why are you reaching so far? To the implausible.
I think you're capable of anything, Dan. I
guess that's true.
I'm just trying to prepare for that. But
okay, you just trying to prepare for me waltzing in a diving suit one day.
This won't become a regular thing, though.
No?
I actually prefer casting in the shirts.
But you don't like blazers, do you? You're not a blazer fan.
Suit jackets, no. No.
We're going to do waistcoats. Waistcoats?
We don't have to do waistcoats, Dan. If you if you want to do a waistcoat, be my guest. But we don't have to be like waistcoat brothers in arms. Because that would be weird.
Waistcoats brothers in arms.
That's what he wants.
I like that. What about tuxedos? Tuxedos work. Fedoras, top hats, bow ties.
Dan's also obsessed with fedoras. There is a shop.
There is a shop. There's a shop. And it's fedoras. As far as the eye can see, it's glorious.
Okay. To save you from this madness of diving suits and fedoras, again, I think we may as well, while we're waiting for this play to come in, do a quick video. The guy from yesterday, because he was an FPS player as well. So again, if you want to donate to the cause, it is Game Blast. Again, this weekend you can take part yourself. You can stream 20th to the 22nd and get involved, raise some money if you can. But here is another person that this charity helped. So check this out.
My name's AJ. I'm 35 years old. I have a disability called spinal muscular atrophy, and I currently work as an IT support analyst. Up till the age of 17, I used to play a lot of console games, but unfortunately around that time my movement in my hands got worse, so I wasn't able to hold the control pad and press the buttons. And I gave up on the idea of being able to play video games after that. A few months back I was doing a Google search and I came across Special Effect and was very happy to know they were able to help disabled people play games. Initially I wanted to play every game because I was so excited. Special Effect being able to help me to find a joystick that I could use with my chin, which the computer could recognize, and also another tool which is a voice activation software, which basically you can map commands to words and then whatever you say will operate that command for you. Romeo, stop, aim. And then I can shoot with a switch which I have next to my hand, which I can plug into the joystick. For me, it gives me something to look forward to outside of work. You know, when I come home, sometimes on the weekends, there's not much to do and I get bored. There's only so much TV you can watch or listen to music. For me, video games is also about escapism. You know, you get away from all the problems for a little while. I would say if you enjoy playing video games and you're having difficulty due to your disability, I would definitely recommend contacting Special Effect because they've been really helpful to me in being able to kind of give me something which I lost many years ago.
All right, we're back into the match, guys. Perfect timing. And here we go. Titan and EnVyUs. We have Dan Stand in.
You have Ioric playing for Titan.
Ioric. Let's have a look and see if Titan can stop this onslaught here as shox does come in. Middle. Quick couple frags there from him. Just RPK left over, and unfortunately for Titan, having Apex dropping there and Ioric having to sub in, it's definitely going to break the momentum that they had at the start. They were looking quite good actually, so that's a huge blow for them. But perhaps RPK can pull out some extra damage here.
They were just waiting for him for the longest time. They've got his number.
They absolutely do. They can read his mind.
But again, people, if you want to help people like AJ in that video, seems to be popular in the chat, then it's justgiving.com/FACEIT to do that. And I think on Monday we will send emails to all the winners of the prizes, because I'm on a plane tomorrow morning. So it's 2-2 here. We have Titan on the eco once again. Happy is just charging through the map as per usual. Happy is and Happy does. shoxy with the opening frag onto the B bomb site. Is
this the shoxy that we saw yesterday? That was pretty hilarious. How sick he was, hitting absolutely everything. And EnVy going to get the bomb down. Of course, we are on a bit of a save here for Titan, so not much they can really do in this round apart from score some extra damage and see if they can pick up some weapons. And there you go. That might just be a free weapon there for Titan. Happy with a grenade onto Ioric.
RpK has to be the only person I've ever seen fire the SmithZz one bullet at a time.
No.
He just fired 2 bullets one by one.
Yeah, loads of people do that.
No one else does it, Dan.
They do?
Nobody.
You're wrong.
It's never happened.
You're
ever.
Really wrong.
It has never happened.
I think this is the most wrong you've ever been in your life, James.
Wow. I've been pretty wrong, Dan. I don't know if this is the pinnacle of wrongness.
Well, we're not going to find out today, because round number 6 is commencing, and we have EnVy going over the top once again with shox. He's basically, once again, just been going for the kills. Just absolutely super confident. Looking for all those frags. We'll finish off Ioric in the smoke. And they're just going to have to clear out all the close areas, because I don't know if anyone else was sneaking in that smoke as well. Titan have, in the meanwhile, a little bit of a stack towards the A-bomb site. As EnVy go for a bit of a wrap around, they've got a couple of players going up short as well. But it's like their push through A main is eliminated. It's only one player after all. And Existence and RPK are looking to try to do some extra damage here. It's going to be very hard to get much more than a couple of frags, surely, but RPK is going to be working on something. Existence getting a nice tag with Deagle, finishing off shox with that one, but the bomb is going to get planted nonetheless here for EnVy. Existence now repositioning, looking for extra shots. Not going to find the frag though, and the round is going to go to EnVy.
Right, 4-2 in favour of the French versus the French and the Belgian. AWP is coming out. I wonder who's going to take it. Ooh, we've got double AWPs, in fact. So we do see this more and more, actually, Existence bringing out the second AWP onto Cash on the CT side. But let's have a look, actually, as to their setup here on the CT. So, oh, look at all these flashes. They are going for the fast one. They know the buys one. They want to crush it immediately. They want to ruin the economy. But they've run into keniS, and you know he likes to ruin teams on his own, as EnVy tried to point out earlier on. And ruin Titan will, as Happy, last one remains. And what I was saying at the beginning of the round, I wanted to see if Titan were playing B, like solo Existence in the way Virtus.pro do with Neo with the AWP, or if he had some assistance there at least in the early part. And it seems that might be the case. So I don't think they're really, if that's what they're doing, then I don't know if they are going to really exploit the whole idea of the AWP being on B in the first place. Unless they're going to have RPK go up into the vents. One thing you see with Virtus.pro is that they shoot the vent through the shutter as they're running onto the site, so they can boost quietly if they need to. But actually, yeah, on Cash on the CT side on B, you often see Existence and Co boosting in funky spots, like they will boost in this area here and sometimes over here as well. So in that situation, RPK will be holding this angle and Existence that one. But we'll see if that happens today. or not.
Yeah, EnVy just going for some aggression here with the Lurker Happy, looking for some damage. Actually, they're looking to go for a direct challenge here. I think they're moving in on top of Happy's position, but in the meantime, EnVy pushing all the way up middle through Connector. shox going to be the man leading the charge now as he takes down Eric, but at the loss of SmithZz. But that's a 4-on-4. Going in for this beat play, and they've got, again, shox coming in from heaven. shox with it all to do here from up above, able to take down Existence. kioShiMa going to win his one-on-one as well, and shox is in prime position to lay down excellent covering fire to kioShiMa as the bomb gets planted at the back corner of the site. kioShiMa can save, I just say here, and look at that, that's a really nice little Molotov there. That's going to keep shox safe for the time being and disincentivize KennyS from even using that route. Instead he's going to go below, and shox has jumped down in pursuit of a frag. He's not going to pick it up. It's kioShiMa that takes down KennyS, gets the finish onto Maniac, and the round is going to go to EnVy. It was a good attempt by Titan to clean that one up, but it was not to be.
Look how expensive the round was, though, for EnVy. They survived with only one player, so their money's not going to be what it could have been. Lots of cash having to be spent on that side. We've got a force coming out from Titan, so this is a round where they're expecting it to be Titaness. They're putting the extra numbers onto the B bomb site. Lost one already to NBK. Quick peek by RpK. We'll get some information that the Horde is oncoming. That is a beautiful grenade, which is going to send Iorek down to 54 HP. Kenny has rotated as well, but look at the T side. They're keeping shox there just to cause some more shenanigans, but Titan have lost position and are scrambling to get it back.
Indeed, and they got Happy, who's lurking in the middle at the moment. And he is going to take down KennyS. That's a big frag there for EnVy as they make their efforts towards the A site. And they know Happy's there as well, so he's going to be able to slow down rotation. They can't even get any support onto the A site. And I don't know if you would call it support exactly, because there's nobody there. It's completely clean. EnVy with another very decisive round. And Titan, what do they have left? James, with the financial report. What do we got?
Okay, well, let's just have a look at this engagement first, see who wins it. Not going to be shox, in fact. Iorek has to jump on him with the M4. We'll have to pay attention to see if A, Titan can save, and B, if they can save Kenny's AWP, all-important AWP. Should see what SmithZz... Actually, SmithZz has got it, so unless there are two of his AWPs on the map, then there will be no save on this occasion. But looking at the cash, there's nothing in their pockets but knives and lints, Dan. There's not a lot going on at all. So it's going to be EnVyUs taking this to 6-3, which is a pretty horrible start here for Titan on the CT side. And worth mentioning that Happy is in my dream team. He's a captain for my dream team.
shox is the captain of mine.
So you have Happy, shox, and who?
kioShiMa.
And kioShiMa. I have Happy, Sniper from Australia, Relics from North America, did well for me yesterday, Zeus, and Guardian.
Nice.
And my team is Immunity. Well, who's your
good
team?
choice, actually. EnVy. which is kind of bad because it meant that it was expensive.
Pass me a bucket.
Alright, so over the top they go for another middle take. Eric is close, though, to middle with that smoke, giving him a good hand, but SmithZz able to take him down. It's going to equalize the things a little bit here, but still the man advantage for Titan, although not the armor and weapon advantage for them. So EnVy, all they really need to do now is just stick together and make sure that they tackle one area as a team here. Splitting up is definitely going to be quite risky, as there is always a chance that Titan can get a free kill, and there won't be the trade potential, because there won't be trade potential there. And they need to get into a site, even if they take a loss or two, to be able to get that bomb down and keep for the remaining players of Titan, who are playing very, very patiently with these close ranges. But Happy picks up 2 quick frags over towards the checkers area, the vent room, and that should be pretty straightforward from here now. The bomb is going to go down. They can get their post plant setup going, as Maniac is going to get momentarily flashed up at heaven, up on top of the ramp. It's looking for a prime moment to peek out or to hear some sound cues to inform him where to look and how to get a quick frag. He's going to be interested in keeping that AWP alive for the time being, as he shuts down exits in towards CT spawn. EnVy though, they know that boiler is boiler. They know that that the B storage is pretty safe though, so they're going to exit through this avenue as kioShiMa picks Maniac along the way. And oh, he's not going to make it out of there alive, but at least SmithZz and Happy get their weapons alive for EnVy.
Okay. Excuse me. So, an AWP on both sides.
I want to see aggression from Titan. I want to see aggressive play in A main or something, or Squeaky from KennyS, or something similar to that. They need these early round advantages, James.
Yeah, well, now they've put they've put KennyS solo. This is I think if you're putting an AWP on B, then generally you want the AWP solo, so you could put the extra manpower elsewhere. And they've made that change. They've put KennyS onto the B bomb site. However, they've lost 2 players, as have the opposing team. So trades coming in, and that will square things up once again. Bomb is on the floor as well. A lot of frags in a very short space of time here. NBK loitering in the mid area, trying to pick up the bomb, and Happy is going to make a passage for him towards the bomb site. So it's going to be KennyS versus 2. Seems Happy may try and get the jump on him, and he knows better than to repeat. Mr. KennyS, Mr. Schrub.
There he goes. Against 2. KennyS is peering over the car as he scans for those opponents. There's 2 left. He knows where one is, at least. Has a pretty good idea on both of them, but there it is. Great peek. Timing from Happy to go along with that flashbang. And 8-3 now the score. EnVy definitely kind of wrecking Titan at the moment. Having some close rounds, but just basically just not close enough, more or less. I mean, Titan unable to actually close some of these ones out, and it's starting to really get away from them. 8 rounds is pretty huge on the T side here.
Okay, looks like they've gone back to a more standard setup. So RpK and Existence over towards the B bomb site. RpK is going to get shut down straight away. Again, this isn't eco, so a few digs. 5-7 P250 here for Titan, but not much else. So this may be a bit of a throwaway round, although they are looking to do as much damage as humanly possible. I do want to see what they're going to do on the next buy round. Again, on that last buy round, they put Kenny over to B on his own, and had Existence and RpK elsewhere. So I do feel like with Existence as a second AWPer on the B bomb site, maybe RpK is wasted just with the way they're playing him. He's not really playing the vents, he's playing the checkers area. But it's not really going the way of Titan at the moment, so we'll see if they continue with the changes in the next buy round.
Ooh, good shot there from SmithZz there. He's going to catch Urek as well. Maniac in a 1-on-3. Not going to be interested in this at all. Wants to keep that AK-47 alive, it would seem, for the time being. Although that said, he's got quite. They're going to get quite a lot of money from this the round bonus. So the thing is, as well, there's nothing to be done here. As far actually, you know what? He could do some economic damage here. Surprisingly, EnVy don't have all that much cash. If we actually look at it.
Yeah, looking at the last round.
Lots of damaging rounds.
Yeah, they've been falling on both sides. It's been a bloody war, Dan.
Yeah, a very, very bloody war indeed. 2 AWPs here again for Titan, KennyS in Existence, and once again, that last round was where I said, okay, I want to see aggression from Titan. EnVy kind of beat them to the punch on that one. They just rushed the middle with a quick timing.
I just want to say, sorry to interrupt you, Dan. I was pointing out how they might change the setup, and indeed, finally, Existence is holding B on his own with the AWP. So now they're going to actually make better use, I would say, of RpK elsewhere. Currently, he's holding A slope to mid, and KennyS has free reign to destroy lives and ruin relationships towards A main.
Yeah, he's already shut down that push. They can't really challenge into this anymore. I mean, KennyS is just has free range of the entire bomb site. Not much they can do about that. EnVy need to find a huge play elsewhere, to be honest. I mean, I guess they can still go for KennyS, but he's got help now. He's alone before, and KennyS is easily going to take down shox, trying to use the smokes to kind of guide him through a safe passage, but it's not going to be there. Finally, kioShiMa able to take down Kenny, who was on a 3 kill there, but he's got 4 more players to find. Going to pick up Maniac as well, as Urek picks up the AWP of KennyS. There he goes, Existence now, challenged by kioShiMa. Over towards T spawn. Going to pick up the kill as well.
See, I feel like the way Titan were playing previously, I mean, it's only 1 round, so it's not really, you can't really say, oh, it's a successful strategy, they've changed it now because they won one round. But I feel like they were maybe handicapping themselves in the way they used RPK on the B-bomb site when Existence had an AWP. So I'm curious to see if they will continue playing just Existence over there. And it seems that will be the case for now, as they have a strong presence. We may see a bit of a war here as both teams try to fight for the mid area. You can see Ioric and Maniac both charging down mid, completely blind. And as kioShiMa and shox come out of the adjacent sides of the smoke, they will just wipe the Titan players out of the mid area and leave them severely handicapped very early on in this round.
I love this kind of play from T sides where they immediately challenge middle so hard that they take control of it. And now, even though KennyS is going to come in with a quick frag on the kioShiMa, there's no presence in middle now. So Titan have no idea what's actually going on. They could be dropping from vents, which is now quite clear, quite obviously the case now that SmithZz picks off Existence and go for that B play. Or equally, they could have been moving in for an A split. Titan can't know till it's too late, and now they're having to respond. In goes the grenade from KennyS. He knows he tagged him. He knows he's low, looking for the frag with that USP. But where did he go? Disappears like a ninja through the smoke. And KennyS is now stuck behind the smoke, which is definitely not optimal here. As RpK comes in from the back. Actually, he might have a good angle onto a second weak player. No, it's going to be KennyS who gets the frag, and shox in a one-on-one with no health. Just 1 point of health, and he blinds KennyS and headshots him. That is brutal. Envy with 10 now against the 4 rounds that Titan have accrued, and that is it's painful.
I feel like
really
I feel like the approach from Envy at the beginning of that mid push was more well oiled than Titan's was, because you had 2 players from Titan charging up either side of mid, but they both got flash at the same time, and they seem to have, while there was a 3rd person there, they both got wiped out, I suppose, but because of the safety of the T smoke.
And here we go, fast play in with the AKs into the A bomb site. They want to have that no-nonsense push straight in, but good hold here. KennyS with 2 quick frags, Maniac with 1 on the back, and that's going to give the players on the rotation a chance here for Titan. But Happy's lurking, gets eliminated there by Existence, and it's just shox left to neutralize as he picks up Uric. And there it is, Existence finishes him off as well. 5 rounds for Titan, and 10 for EnVyUs. Looks like we are going to have Apex back en route here to replace Uric back into his spot, and this is going to be very important, especially as Titan do have 1 more match. Actually, they're up next as well against NIP, so so that's they really need Apex. Apex was again like the most consistent performer for them.
NIP versus
oh, that's interesting. My notes are wrong.
I wonder if we can get an update on the donations coming in while we just wait for Apex to join the server. But yeah, I think oh, it's still going up. That's always good. Again, justgiving.com/FACEIT, and you can help make games more accessible for people with conditions such as spinal muscular atrophy and other similar issues. But again, thank you for all those donations, and we will send emails about the giveaways in the coming days, probably Monday. But again, I'm glad Titan finally made that adjustment with RPK, because I feel like if they're going to put 2 people there with an AWP, then he should be in the vents. Otherwise, what is he doing there? Because if he's holding an angle, but near that box, and Existence is holding a crossfire with him, it kind of, I don't think he's really exploiting the AWP in the way he should, because in that situation, the T's may get a lot closer to the entrance to B than they otherwise would if he's holding an angle with an AWP, as you normally would with, say, Neo or whoever else.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always a fan of being able to play one guy in vents and he be basically the second B player, but he's also able to support middle, and then two in middle more or less at the start of the round, and then you're kind of dedicated AWPer who's definitely around quad boxes. And if you've got a guy like KennyS, it's super strong, and with the way the timing works out, is you're safe. You've got 3 players, very close in middle to keep you safe, to keep your middle control away from the T's at the start of the round. If there's a B rush, you have a super fast response and good information to deal with it because of the vents guy. And if they go to A, well, their timing's slower, so then you can, if your timing's good. Yeah, I mean, I think that setup makes a lot of sense that you suggested. So into the pistol round we go. And now it's Apex going to be able to make the difference here. We've got Envy aggressively finding frags here. shox going to pick up 1 in B storage. There are 3 players towards B as well, and that's quite interesting that they just sent shox out alone in light of this.
Yeah, but it completely sabotaged the tactics that were coming out from Titan here. They were starting to boost people up there, and it all went awry as that frag came in so quickly there from the opposing French force.
Oh, looks like they're going to bulldoze through it. Very interesting round here. Coming out Titan, hitting the shots. And the bomb's going to go down. Happy in against 3 players, 2 of which very, very low at this point. Apex is the only one with any amount of health on him. And he's going to go down immediately. Now it all becomes very doable here for Happy. Oh, he does get taken down to 9 HP. There goes the flash. And he doesn't have a kit. He's got to go for this quickly. And his existence probably could have knifed him, but chooses to go for the sure thing. And Titan pick up the pistol.
So just to show you guys what we were talking about, something that actually, it was Dan who pointed this out to me, what Virtus.pro do. When they run past this shutter here, they fire a shot through the shutter to open this up. Oops. So if they choose to boost into the vents later on, there is no sound cue for the other side. So I would prefer if that was the way they were using RPK should he be in B. But they're on the T side now. And it is 10-6 in favor of Envy.
So Maniac usually is often in that kind of more lurkery role towards B storage. A lot of teams have a dedicated man on Fnatic. You see it's Flasher who's in B storage looking for picks. NIP, they got Get Right who does it very well. But Titan, they use Maniac. And see that now he's slowly pushing towards A now as his team is making the effort into that site. RPK going to quickly eliminate NBK. And these pistols, these Galils doing excellent work. kioShiMa and shox still alive. And it's a quick frag there for kioShiMa. shox is with a scout. He's coming in from the back. What damage is he going to find with this one? This is a situation where, you know, shox kind of wants to do some damage, but kind of keep it alive for the next round. So it would be interesting to see if they're able to accomplish that, because you never know how much damage a scout's going to do, especially with the jumping shenanigans.
Indeed.
Like
that's an interesting
creative
angle. There's no end to the angles you can find with a broken scout. Look at that. Yeah, that's intuitive. This is CSGO.
This is CSGO. CSGO. All right. So 7-10 now as Titan looking to equalize things. All it takes though for Envy is just a spree of successful rounds to get that economy going, and they can shut Titan out of this game. But it's got to start from somewhere, and it's not going to happen yet, as they are still on the pistols.
It's interesting that
one more save.
NBK's only got 4 frags, but his team leads by 3, which shows that they're really probably a good, well-rounded team. Other people picking up the slack, namely shoxy at the moment. He is 18 and 11.
Okay, so Maniac once again in B storage. And look at that, able to catch off SmithZz. Just peeking at the right timing. Envy, once again, their lives are basically disposable at this point. Then there's not going to be any saving business, none of that. They're going to go in for the kills here. They're going to go in to win the round, as they're going to buy up next round regardless. So want to get the damage in. And it's only kioShiMa to find a frag onto RPK so far. So minimal damage done as Titan lose only 1 player. That's only 1 rebuy or drop. And we are going to have a pause momentarily. So now we're going to have the full buy here from Envy. And SmithZz, if he wants to go AWP, it's going to have to be glass cannon. He's going to have to be buying that with no armor, as he's only got 4,800 bucks. And the best he can do alongside that is a decoy. So that's pretty sad for him. But Envy going to be looking at a more normal setup. And Envy, I think, are a team that they have this ability to put shox on the AWP as well, if they really want to. And then things can get kind of scary for the setups that they can play.
How likely do you think we are to see a double up here from the CT side later on at least?
Yeah, I'm not too sure actually. I think they tend to call it. I think it tends to be how good shox feels on whatever he's doing.
They haven't gone for any ults,
the situation demands, because SmithZz, when he can afford an op, is going to pick one up, and I imagine he's probably going to be mostly found in middle, or probably B actually, because usually the way that they play A is with Happy, who spots it, and Happy sometimes decides to pick up the AWP for A as well. It really depends on how they feel. And I remember speaking with Happy on the original LDLC lineup, and back in that original lineup where he took that team of players to like the semi-finals of Cologne, I think it was. He would say to me that, you know, sometimes he AWPs just because he just feels like it, more or less. He just feels good at that moment, and he knows specific roles with it very well on CT. So and we've seen this from him on like overpass and maps like that, and he's good with it on A site here as well. So we might see Happy or Ping on A. I think shox is probably going to stick to the rifles though, and he's been connecting with them as well. So
look how the angle of his gun is bent when he's crouching. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
The line of sight when he's crouching on his Glock, it goes like 45 degrees to the left.
I was talking about the bigger picture, James.
He's bending space and time, Dan. He's shooting around corners.
Here we go. Oh no, shox going to get absolutely annihilated by Maniac there. Wallbanged, in fact. And that is a pretty big loss there. Your major rifler just got taken down on the defense. They're going to switch the setup a little bit. Although that said, SmithZz is alone on the angle there on B, and they've given him that job to do. And they've got two players in middle. NBK can quickly support Happy, as you can see there, on the A site. And Titan are going to be setting up for a play here towards A once again. Maniac's job is just to lurk, catch rotating players, just delay them a little bit, obscure the play into A by providing presence on the other side of the map. And Titan going to be pushing into that A site, getting those kills. Just kioShiMa and SmithZz left over at the moment. So Titan looking really good at the moment. And Yorik's going to find himself an AWP. And there goes the EHE there from kioShiMa. Can he actually make any kills though? This carpet of smokes is certainly going to provide quite good coverage for Titan as they get the bomb down.
Nice plant there. Exposed for A main as well, so they can defend an attempt to defuse from multiple locations. We can see once again Envy going for, well, just going to try and survive. That is the order of the day. There's some sneaky angles here, so everything apart from there is covered, but SmithZz has his eye on that as well.
Now the question for Envy is how they're going to use these rifles. Should they be able to actually survive with them and save two of them? Because okay, that sucks.
Well, there's your answer, Dan.
That sucks. I was going to say though, what they could have actually done is try to play aggressively on A main and try to gamble a little bit there. Because if they push two, let's say through Squeaky or two through A main with a pop flash, maybe they can get a kill or two and pick up a weapon for a teammate. But I think on a map like this, it's much harder than, let's say, Inferno, where you just say, we got two rifles, let's make them defend B. That's like a really awesome situation for you. But they're going to actually... Did they... Okay, they bought some stuff with a few players here, so a little bit of a interesting buy coming in. Quickly check Titan's money. Titan are starting to rack up a lot of money, and it seems like Envy are not content allowing that to happen by just going for any ecos. So they want to get a couple weapons together to try to pressure them, get some kills here.
Looks like the CT is going for a timing push, but that flash is quite timely in itself. That will slow things down as they go for the repeak. But they're fully committed almost. Well, they're pretty much fully committed, let's be honest, to the A site, as there's only Happy over towards B. He does, however, have a CZ, and we know what he can do with that. With Kenius on 16 HP, this could go horribly wrong for them. Happy starting to get warmed up, gets 2 kills to the CZ. Just what we were talking about. He is arguably a master of that weapon. And now Titan find themselves in a difficult situation.
Yeah, they're down 3 players. An advantage for Envy. All thanks to Happy's patience. Yorik with a good kill onto SmithZz though.
Very nice game goes down by Yorik. He got tagged from one direction, but he knew obviously there was probably a flank coming and immediately checked his 6 and found a frag and got the odds back into Titan's favour.
I like that from NBK. He's actually trying to bait out Eric's peak by actually shooting the scout. You can see that he wasn't in no position to actually have an angle on the guy on site, but he just shot the scout so that the sound cue would be there to force the other guy out to peek, and then he drew his attention there, but he didn't reload quite quickly enough to get the shot. But that's actually really smart there from NBK in that 1-on-2, because that's when you're... That's actually really, really smart. So NBK, he deserves a high five for that. Either way, Envy will lose that round, and we are all tied up here, 10-10. So great work here from Titan to recover. Horrible CT half, horrible for them, but they're on the road to recovery. All bandaged up, looking stronger than ever, and we'll have to see if they're able to get an advantage here. At the moment, they have no control of middle. And this is a big problem here, because they've got 3 players towards A. It does feel like they want to go for an A play, but they're going to find it really difficult without any kind of set grenades to actually get in, unless they have middle control. So this is going to throw their Molotov into the vents here, and that's going to allow at least one teammate to either get into middle, or to make it look like they want to take middle for a B split. So we'll have to see, try and execute this. Trade's coming in here as the door goes open, and we get 1 for 1. It's looking good here though for Envy. The smokes are down though, so this might give Titan just the coverage they need to get those engagements rolling in for them. kioShiMa close to the red container though, going to be peeking out. Takes 1 quick frag there. Distracted momentarily by an extra player. Existence by short. By the site, and Yurik by short. So there he is, 1 on 2 now. And he gets eliminated by Happy. So Envy with a good hold. But I feel like it was fairly telegraphed.
Why?
Because they didn't have any middle control, and they showed a lot of bodies towards A main before the smokes and grenades came in, and there was no presence in B storage or in middle, and Envy had quite a lot of presence in middle. So I think they worked it out quite quickly.
Well, there we go. Look at the presence here again from mid. We've got more or less 3 CT players in mid here for Envy. They were ready and waiting for a push in positions where they could potentially hide from a flash, but again, the sacrifice they made is getting over to the other side of mid, but shox does get over there. So that's a stark difference from Titan. They had 2 players streaming straight over to the other side of mid, whereas Envy were pretty much had 2, maybe 3 players towards A slope on the corner of mid, and then once they were comfortable, shox went over to the other side. So a bit more reserved there, but that said, it is Titan with a 2-man advantage.
shox close by himself. shox might have to go for a risk here. They need to know what's going on, and shox just has to time it well. He can try to use the clock to his advantage, or some sound cues here. There's going to be grenades coming in. We'd expect shox to start moving very quickly now, as NBK is under a lot of pressure. The entire team bearing down on his position by the red container. He's going to get flashed as well, and he's still blind as a bat. RpK is going to abuse that and get an easy kill. shox and kioShiMa likely to save what they have for the next round, as Titan look to be tying things up once again. So we're starting to go round for round now. Okay, so going to be 11-11 here, with all members surviving for the terrorist side, and with 3,000 to 3,500 in the bank for many of their players. This will be a rich round indeed. Oh, the sound cue for kioShiMa. Really, his head was on a chopping board there, but that quick step from Ioric just ruined everything for him, and this will suddenly become a lot more expensive for Titan. They were due to survive with 5 players, and instead 3 of their players will have to spend $4,500 to get back into this game. Yeah, that's really sick stuff from kioShiMa. Just as you expect, he's such a good rifler, and we're tied up again. And this is starting to get really painful because, as you said, like, so much economic damage was done to Titan. They just won a round. So if Envy actually are able to like win this round and win the next round, and Titan's money bonus gets reset, they've got like nothing. They haven't got really much money at all to work with. shox gonna go down though. Maniac taking an unexpected and quick angle. Look how fast that was. SmithZz picks up the weapon as Maniac jumps into the site, gets the frag with the CZ anyway, and that is some key information at the very least for Titan. They now know what's going on the site thanks to Maniac. The assistant's going to pop Happy's head off for him. So just taking it cautiously now, looking for the split onto A. They do have short, and they have A main and Squeaky. Looking for the 3-pronged attack in, but there are CT players bearing down from the car position now. Might be able to put in some damage. And goes Yurik, looking for the shots around the smoke. There's good position there for Quiquerez as well. Yurik will finally find that frag onto kioShiMa. So SmithZz just trying to be sneaky, keep his rifle alive at the moment. And how are they for the monies? Not so good. Alright. So SmithZz just lying in wait to find himself any frags, and does get caught out by RpK. So this time, much better. Titan surviving with 4 players instead of 2.
Okay, so we may have a pause of a few minutes here as KenYes has some intertubes struggles. See their 127 ping, so hopefully we will be able to resume this match in just a few minutes. So you initially called EnVy to take this map. How are you feeling about it at this stage in round 24?
At the moment, it's getting really hard to predict because obviously they're so close. The economy for both teams is actually kind of shaky. If you look at Titan, they have a lot of cash now, but EnVy, they're in a position where they have to buy. And the thing is that's been interesting is that we haven't really seen good economy really at all for EnVy on the CT side. They've never really had proper full buys. So we haven't really seen like a multitude of ops from them. We haven't really seen a huge amount of...
well, they've won 1 of 8 rounds on their T side.
Yeah. So we haven't gotten to see
CT side, sorry.
We haven't gotten to see what makes EnVy so great on CT sides, which is aggression, because their money's been so low. So they haven't been feeling like they can take risks, and that's when they're playing at their best, is when they're taking risks because their skill is so high. So this is really kind of like that slippery slope that you can force CT sides into if you crush them on the money. And we can see that Titan are able to completely abuse this now. It's 12-11, and if things keep going this way, I think Titan will win the match. But there's obviously still a chance here that EnVy... I mean, so this next round is going to be really important, obviously. But EnVy's buy is going to be terrible. But they have to buy. At this stage, they have to, right? I just never see them ecoing here, basically. I mean, do you see them ecoing here? It's just not going to happen, is it? Well, I'm looking at you nodding in agreement with me, James. So, indeed, I'd say that EnVy's chances to win this round are low, but it's a really highly important round for them. So if they can't get this one in the bag, I feel like Titan's chances are really good to win this. So yeah, at the moment it's really awesome, and especially considering the fact that Apex was absent for the majority of Titan's first half. That's a really sick result, and sometimes this just happens as well in CS. And this is one of those spots as well where sometimes when it comes to how strong a map is for the T or the CT side, the CT side is often going to be very reliant at some point on having actual money. But we see this happening time and time again, where I think Inferno is another common example, where you have essentially the CT economy getting completely destroyed, and they're always on such low economy that it's always hard to even have the full grenades. Then it really changes that dynamic of how well they're supposed to do, because the ability to play aggressively, the ability to proactively find out information and see what the Ts are doing, to kind of blow up their plays before they get going, to basically shut down choke points effectively and for long enough for your teammates to rotate in. All these factors, they require an okay economy, and that's not what we've seen here for EnVy. So now they're changing things a little bit. We do have kioShiMa and shox on the B bomb site at the moment, as more or less it's just a general pressure game from Titan at the start of the round, just trying to find out some information. One of the really cool things is when you get T players into vents and they can start taking picks at the guys on the site. That can be really troublesome. GetRight's actually really good at that. I think GetRight's the best player I've seen who's been doing that kind of play on this map. So he's one to watch out for if you want to be one of those B pressure players for your T sides. We can see that Titan are working in towards some picks here on A. There is a response now. We can see shox is rotating up, and here comes the play from Maniac. Again, kind of lurking, kind of trying to catch rotations there. Wrapping up by himself, up through middle, onto short. As the push comes in from Titan, Existence able to take down shox. RpK chiming into NBK. Happy now, going to get eliminated at the back of the site. And things look absolutely desperate for kioShiMa, for EnVy. Their economy is in tatters. Titan, however, are starting to look really strong on the money, and we're getting into the last 6 rounds of the match. So I actually feel like this could all very soon be over for EnVy, unless they're able to find one of their crazy rounds to get back into this. But firstly, can kioShiMa survive with his AK armor? Keeping an AK alive would certainly be quite good. So able to take down RpK. And then Here's kioShiMa, he takes him down. That's really unfortunate there for kioShiMa. Really could have used that AK armor into this next round. So EnVy have obviously a lot of problems at the moment. The only thing that's going to be going for them is that they're going to have a nice consecutive round loss money bonus. And that's going to hopefully bring them into a position where they can have full rifles and nades on their next round. But that means Titan are going to be on 14 and their economy is unbreakable. They're not going to be... Titan aren't going to be equaling anytime soon if EnVy are winning rounds.
Right, well, kioShiMa down to 23 HP, although he's still alive, which means which is terrible for his opposition, but he is within nading distance. Although this is an eco, and there are no nades for EnVy, so never mind that completely irrelevant point, Dan, that I just made. So we've got shox and kioShiMa on the car.
Nice.
There's at least one frag, and ooh, kioShiMa could get 2 frags here. A bit of patience with the Deagle against these kind of enemies. A bit of patience will get you killed at the back of a truck.
What does the GIGN stand for? I can't remember.
It's French CTs, but what it stands for,
because in 1.6 I used to read all the descriptions or the lore, but now I don't remember anything. I used to read that stuff when I was like 12, playing 1.6, but I'm not 12 anymore. I'm 26.
You are a geek.
I'm a massive nerd. That is true. All right, let's not get into that though. Everybody knows that already.
Yeah.
So here we go. We've got shox aggressively positioned here. He's usually been playing middle, but they're mixing it up a little bit, and he's playing aggressively towards the crate there on B storage, and he's actually going to catch the frag. Does flash himself out of there. kioShiMa whipping the shot and escaping with his life is pretty nice. That's going to put them at the man advantage. EnVy, once again, this is their first round where they've really had the ability to buy up fully, for a while at least. And so far so good. We have Titan working into a B play, but very, very telegraphed at the moment. Again, no presence anywhere else on the map, but EnVy, they're playing quite scared elsewhere on the map. They haven't found this out. And everybody piling into the vent room here for Titan. RpK picks up a kill onto kioShiMa, and can EnVy delay them long enough for the reinforcements to arrive? RpK going to gun down SmithZz. shox gets the return onto RpK though. And Urek getting boosted up there. This is beautiful play. Absolutely phenomenal there from Titan. Able to take down Happy as NBK tries to go for the runaround to intercept the bomber. This is an awesome impromptu call here from Titan. Boosting the bomber out of the vent. I love this. And now he's going to go back in. Forcing NBK to run backwards and forwards. And then into the reticle of kioShiMa, only to be taken down. That is how you do it. Lovely stuff there. And I want more teams to do the impromptu boost out of the vent room, because it's super awesome.
Okay, so kioShiMa will just have to do my best impression of what he has here. I think it's like that. A bit more here, maybe.
That's terrible.
Okay, awesome.
That's the worst orc drawing I've
I think
ever
it's pretty
seen.
good, actually. AWP Rouge.
Don't quit your day job. You won't become an artist anytime soon, James. So that's a little bit better.
It looks like a blowtorch. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Oh, never mind. Anyway.
Alright.
So, it's a one-man advantage here for Titan in what could be the final round of this match. And after EnVy's mocking at the beginning, this would be sweet justice for the Titan side. kioShiMa doesn't manage to make that connection with the CT. Saw him for a split second or two.
I think he got the tag, actually.
Oh, he did, actually. Sorry, excuse me. So, bit of a wallbang there. SmithZz down to 20 HP. And the numbers are thinning here for EnVy. Only kioShiMa and NBK remaining. He's going to just pop out with no remorse. Existence to find a frag. kioShiMa versus 3. And that is going to be that.
Wow.
Titan take the W.
That is a wrap indeed.
So,
awesome. That's an awesome game there from Titan. They really destroyed, absolutely annihilated EnVy on the CT, on EnVy's CT side. They couldn't get the money going ever. They didn't win any rounds. They won one. They won one round. One on the CT side. What is that? That's amazing.
I wonder how Thorin feels about this.
Yeah.
With regards to his in-game leader tier list and all sorts. There are so many storylines.
Don't tell him.
Between these two teams, and
Actually,
like
no.
Foreign floating around. The thing about existence, you know.
The thing is, right? No. The thing
Got
is,
to get more hands in there.
no. The thing, right, is that Thorin doesn't pay attention to online results.
Okay, so he's only talking LAN.
He's only talking LAN.
Okay,
So it doesn't matter.
fair enough. Well, what does matter
In the
though,
eyes of-
Dan,
in the
is
eyes
that
of
you
Thorin.
are sinking further down the Dream Team leaderboard
I'm fine with that.
with your NV fanboys.
I'm fine with that.
I only have Happy there, so my damage is minimal.
I have shox though, so he's actually racking up loads of kills and getting points. But
Yes.
that's, anyway, guys, we do have 2 more matches here for the European portion. We do have NIP. No, it was VP. VP NIP.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
That is
My
the
notes
next
are
match.
wrong. How does this happen? I don't know. Then we got LGB TSM. That's correct though, right? Pretty sure that's correct. After that, so we've got Nuke next, guys. We're gonna set the match up. Be back after this break. Stay tuned here live on FACEIT TV for more Counter-Strike: A Global Offensive action.